guys, my bad side. I can't flex my long head of my tricep. So if you guys have any nerve damage, talk to me, man. I've had it go all the way around my bicep, inner head, the brachi, outer head, my lateral head I couldn't flex last time I was painting. Now I can flex it. Now I got that coming back. But now my long head went. Still my lat, can't really flex that. My front delt's finally coming back. But I had like C-spine surgery in 2 spots, right? So it's a bad nerve, bad. I crushed my spine basically. Lucky to be able to move my limbs. But if you guys are going through nerve damage, I suggest you get some help right away. Sooner the better. You don't want to go through surgery, man, because you get worse after surgery. It's been 4 years for me. I'm just playing this game of catch up now with these muscles. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Where do I want to start this bad boy? Pull out black and white. You guys can see some of my work back there, but I love black and white. My metaphor is, or analogy, I don't know, I get those confused, but it is the fact that we all want a beautiful life. Happy, lovely, sunshiny, warm, kind of like the white canvas. You won't appreciate that though. The darkness that you get that brings your beauty, right? You're not going to appreciate it until you've been through some shit. So that's why I like the black on white. No grays, no nothing, just black on white. A lot of my paintings can't even tell by this till it's done. And if you're too close to it, you're not even going to know sometimes, right? You freak a lot of people out just by backing up with a painting and they can finally see it. So that happens here, man. It's been a while. It's been a while, but I gotta come back and do this. Of course. I don't know where to start. I shouldn't really start up and come down. But I've been working on this like all night, so I don't really feel like standing right now. But I hope you guys are doing good. We'll see what I can get out of this here. Brushes are too wet, right? I normally paint this on a flat surface. I like painting like that, but I gotta stop looking down. I gotta get my body, I gotta get my shoulders back. I gotta start working my traps, start working my upper back muscles. So I gotta kind of start, doing the artist thing. Start kind of having my posture correct. Might take me a little longer. Definitely a little bit shaky on my hands still. So I'm gonna be going inside the line, but luckily for me, my art is really exact. But yeah, it's really wet. Lose that piece right there if I don't fix that. Starting is always the toughest part, right? Once you get started, though, it's go time, baby. So I kind of don't want to show you guys what I'm doing, just because it kind of takes the thrill out of it when you guys see it when it's done. So I'm trying to put it in a spot where I can kind of see it easily. Still communicate with you guys before be able to continue painting, but not you guys not knowing what it is. That's I'm trying. mental health demons come after all of us in some way or another. And try to help anybody I can with that, because nobody's going through an easy fight. No matter what you're going through, it's not an easy fight. So I've been dealing with a lot of different stuff for years: mental health, depression, bipolar, PTSD. And one thing I've come to learn is no matter what you've been through, somebody's been through worse. And no matter what you think you've been through, somebody's going through a harder time, going through something not as bad in your mind. So we all can handle things differently. And like I said, this is my first time picking up anything art-wise in a while, so it's gonna take me some time here. So I don't blame you if you don't watch me. If I'm talking to nobody, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to watch a shaky ass painter either. An old vet, 44-year-old veteran, trainer, that dealing with a lot of stuff. But like I always say, comeback's better than the come up. Comeback's always better than the come up. I'm just gonna take my time, do little bit by little bit. I'm just happy that I'm on. I'm just happy that I'm on with you guys. Oh, Neilion's up. Yes, I didn't want to bother you, dog. Let's talk. This is my best friend on here. Invitation is sent. Thanks for the roses, brother. You want to talk? We can talk. He's my little bro.
Hold on. One sec. I can't hear you right now. Hold on. For some reason, the audio out. Hold on.
I can't believe that. You guys couldn't hear me, could you?
I can hear you a little bit. Might have to turn your audio on for a little sec. Yeah, now?
I had everything going through these bad boys. My skulls.
Huh?
I had everything going. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I had these on, so I was talking, and nobody could hear me, I guess. Well, that's good.
Nah. I could hear you, but it was kind of dim, though. Like, it was kind of
Oh,
little
okay.
low, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's all
quiet.
good.
It's pretty quiet in my house this time of day, so it's a nice time to get painting. Dog is asleep, wife's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's bothering me. It's beautiful. But you know what,
Yeah,
man?
facts.
I came up with some designs last night. You know, I've always been talking to you about trying to get some kind of style going, something that I feel like I'm contributing to art. Like I want to make something meaningful. I want to make something that I feel something doing. I finally came up with some stuff. I got about 12 pieces I'm ready to do. This is my first one. It's not the easiest. It's probably mid tier. So I'm kind of starting probably a little harder than I wanted to, but that's okay. But it's actually like a series of paintings that convey a message. I don't want to talk about that yet till this one's done, but it's something that's really close to heart. And it goes along with that. Remember my friend I said, um, client of mine slash friend. Guys don't do business with friends. It's the worst thing. But anyways, how upset I got when he kind of got upset at me for charging him, you know, like, um, and expecting him to do a full month of rehab with me and whatever, right? Anyways, this is kind of something along those lines of what I see going on in these people's lives, um, when kind of societal norms that we kind of see every day. But you know, like he can't spend $1,400 with me for an entire month of training, which is I give him a huge discount, and it's a friend, which he shouldn't even ask for a discount, but it's like, and then he's like, just takes advantage of me. He didn't want to pay anything. And then I get upset at him, but he will spend that one night at the casino, like nothing. I'll see him spend that, no problem. He makes so much money, and just got me so upset that he wouldn't pay me. He made a big fuss about paying me and saying like excuse like his shoulder bothered him worse, and I told him like we're working on your shoulder. We got a program going right now. I know I'm the king of shoulder pains. I've helped so many people out, but I've had to learn myself and help and been through the physio, been through the chiros. I know what they're doing and I know how to bypass a lot of the shit. And it just pisses me off because I see it. I see people going in once, twice, 3 times a week for months, getting there, sitting down, fucking, they do something, they put some fucking warm shit on you, they put the pads on you, they put something in your hand, and they say, they put some dry needling in your arm, but they don't actually train the proper muscles. Because what happens when you get injured is a muscle turns off or a muscle gets overused, and you're going to be feeling your front delt, but it's really in the rear. It's really something back here, like a teres minor, teres major. You're in for spinatus, supraspinatus, your rhomboids, any one of those muscles. But it's very easy to find once you know, right? Because as soon as I started touching them, I could find the areas. As soon as I started feeling, because he didn't know there was any pain back there. But as soon as you start, feeling around, I'm like, okay, I know exactly what it is. It's kind of like on the lower tier of shoulder injuries. You just, kind of like a shoulder bench press gone wrong, just lifted too heavy and did something. And he's going to go sit in physio for months. When I had a month program for him ready to go, that was going to train the right muscles, get him out of it. Because I know, because I've done it myself with many, like probably hundreds of people in my 25 years. And I sat in the physio rooms and I watched physio and I doubted myself and I said, well, I don't have the schooling. I don't have, I don't have the degrees or the numbers after my name, and I'm not as smart. And I always doubted myself, but I've been in the industry for 30 years, you know, and it just bothered me. And I remember like a physiotherapist, I was working with a physio doing online training, and she was in Calgary. I'm in Fort McMurray, and I had clients come and see me, and me and the Calgary girl were doing great. None of the physio people in town wanted to work with me, and we had people coming over. We're doing like physio classes where we're doing knee specific, or like another one was like shoulder specific, and it was so great. The physio lady, Hannah, she's amazing, hand physio. Check her out on YouTube or whatever. But she was fantastic, and we were like running ideas off each other. It was just great. But it just clarified to me, I know what I know, and I know the shit, and she does. She's the same way as me. She wants to train people, train the muscles. She's athletic as well. She doesn't want to put people on a bed and work on 3 other people and come back. How you doing? How you feeling? Boom, boom. And then they give you a couple exercises to do, and the exercises you never end up doing, and they know that, right? So you come back the next week, same shit. Oh, how's it feeling? A little worse. I did something. Okay, lie down. I'll see you in 20 minutes. Put a fucking thing around your neck. And I'm telling my friend, I'm not screwing anybody. I want to get paid for my work. But like for him to say, oh, I'm feeling like I got to go to physio, and it just drove me nuts. And then I'm just thinking to myself, this guy drinks and gambles, and just society is just so messed up in how we think that like we got to do things, you know, these systems and these things in place. And I'm sick of it. And this is a painting that's going to start conveying that. This whole series of paintings, actually. That's a little vague, I know, but you'll see what I mean. I just don't want to give away too much, but just drives me nuts,
Yeah,
man.
I definitely
Yeah,
get
and
what you're saying.
I had one girl, and I was posting about the classes, right, in Fort McMurray, because I'm like, not a lot of people can get into physio. And like I said, like they're not training you. It's like we're giving you the exercises that physio gives you, at the end of your physio session, where they give you a few exercises to do and maybe give you some homework, some pamphlets to do. Well, we're giving you a full half an hour of those workouts when you come in. So I'm tagging her, I'm tagging physiotherapy, I'm tagging, doing the tags for social media, right? So people can find out. And I had a physiotherapist in town go, you're not supposed to be tagging that. I go, I was nice. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know. But then I thought to myself, the classes aren't going on because people ratted her out, because people ratted me out. Somebody called in because you're not supposed to be doing physio, because I got to be paying. If I'm training people physiotherapy in my house, I got to be paying. the physiotherapy college, right? So I have to pay to, like every physio clinic has to pay their physiotherapy, the college or whatever, to keep the physio. It's basically their licensing, right? But it's like, just call it friggin' strength building for the muscles that you can't, aren't working well anymore. Just call it something else. But because Hannah is a licensed physiotherapist, I didn't want her to lose her job, because they would have came down on her and she went through all the schooling and everything. So I was like, no, we're gonna end this. But it left a bad taste in my mouth how she just was like, you're not supposed to tag physiotherapy or anything. You could tag like health therapy. I don't know what she said. I don't know what she said, but I couldn't tag certain things, and it just drove me freaking crazy. Um, but yeah, so I'm kind of was upset a little bit about that, but more using that for my now creativity and just being like, you know what, world, I'm done laying down and like taking the back seat and making peanuts on what I know I could be making, just because I don't have these, the schooling and all that kind of stuff. I feel I got what's better, the experience, you know. That's what I talk about when I talk about the personal training. You don't need nothing but a certificate. I got my certificate years ago. You got to keep having to pay into it, keep got to do courses, certificates. I've done that. But those didn't teach me shit. All my best teachers were when I was training people in the military, when I was training people when I was just started bodybuilding, when I was younger, when I left the military and started training people, training other trainers at Good Life Fitness when I became a fitness manager. When I came out here to Fort McMurray, 13, 14 years ago, to build my own company and train my own trainers, and then train my own clients for my own business, and build a reputation. And I learned more that way than I would have any courses I took or anything. But anyways, I was just thinking a lot about that, man, and being like, what's my future hold for me? Am I going to go back to school? Am I actually going to go back to school? Am I going to do this? And then I thought about Hannah, and how she couldn't even really do it with me. She had to like do her own thing, and like she's kind of stuck in a bubble. And I'm like, man, no, fuck it. I know what I want. I'm an artist. I'm a thought provoker. I'm a great trainer. I'm a mental health coach. I'm a mental fucking motivator, mental toughness fucking trainer. I train a lot of kids and adults and everybody in between. And they come by the house and they have great sessions and they leave feeling a lot better. Even if they may be sore and know they went through hell a little bit, 'cause some of them need it, they leave a lot better. And I'm proud of myself for that. And I gotta think of those kind of things to keep me going. And creativity. I lose this, Neilion. I lose this kind of shit when I'm feeling low. I don't talk to my friends. I stay in bed all day. I don't want to fucking do anything. It drives me nuts. I gotta watch out my swearing, but you know what I mean. It's
Get it, man. I definitely do get it, man. It's like it's all about being confident in your profession and what you do. You can't really let anybody trick your mind of what you do, or second guess of what you do, because then that questions your ability of the things that you do on the regular. So
exactly. 1 second.
you got to be confident in that.
I think my wife's up. Yeah, huh? Hey, I'm just on TikTok live right now doing a painting. How you doing? Hey, sorry about that. The house is awake. The house just woke up. I hear G
Are you
upstairs.
good?
I gotta pay some attention here on this painting, because I'm not. I remember that one. I remember that one painting. One of the first military ones I did. I think you can kind of see it here. Yeah. No, not that one. Oh, maybe it was that one. That one over the shoulder here. That one. I painted a lot of white I painted a lot of black where it should have been white. So I gotta make sure I don't do that on this one.
Yeah, I got an
But yeah,
idea too. Um, you was talking about like different paintings and it being meaningful. I think you should do like like you said, a series where you do like a live, whatever the case is. But as soon as you get done with the painting, whether if it's 2, 3 days later, you read like a whole caption about it, and then kind of explain what this means to you and expressing like you know what's going on in the painting, and kind of describing it, kind of giving an overview of what you have painted, and make that kind of a series, and put different titles and kind of express your feelings throughout the painting, because.
You know I love
That's
you, right?
this little idea.
You know I love you.
Hmm.
You know I love you. You know
I like you too, big dog.
that's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. So once the painting's done, I'm gonna explain why I painted it, why it's important to me, um,
Yep.
why I think this is an important painting, why I don't know if you were here when I was talking about, but you already know this about the black and white and how we all want our lives to be perfect and sunny and shiny and beautiful and no issues, but like the issues are what make us us. The black and all this shit will all come together and make a beautiful painting when it's done. But you got to get through that shit, right? There's only one way through it, and it's through. It's you can't stop. You got to keep going, And even if you do stop or whatever, we got to take breaks and reflect and stuff like that. We can't get down on yourself because you know we have to just make sure that that the roller coaster or that dip and dive and all that stuff that we're kind of doing, we keep pushing forward and we just don't give up. Just don't give up.
It's kind of weird too, because I tell a lot of people this too, like the pain, of it. Every individual that's, whatever they're going through, they kind of like, man, I can't wait till it's over, this, that, and the third. But mind you, you only experience that wave of pain once, and when it's gone, right? Of course, it's every now and then, like things happen within the course of somebody's life, but I appreciate the pain I went through, because it made me, like, just like you said, your pain, it kind of molds you to who you are and to a better person, and different experiences you learn throughout your struggle.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate the
Absolutely.
pain so much. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't really regret it. And I
And
don't,
we
what I'm
talk
saying?
and we talk a lot, and I know you go through a lot of pain, and I know it's tough for you, but it's at the same time, you know, like understanding that is so important. Understanding like, hey, like this is, yeah, we get these little setbacks, but we are getting ahead. At the end of the day, we're understanding a little bit more about ourselves, a little bit more about that pain, a little bit more about why we're getting these situations may be happening, or the pain may be coming. It might not be the exact same all the time, different scenarios, different types of pain, love, loss, depression, anxiety, you name it, right? But it's something we got to learn from, and it's something we grow with, and it's something that makes us, the best version of us. And to ignore it, to not do anything, I just think I wither away, man. I have to be kind of constantly moving, and I have to be constantly um, not looking for the pain, but understanding that it's part of the process, not just like, oh shit, this again. I can't stand that attitude of, oh, why is me? Why is me all the time? Or why do I always get this and that? That whole poor me attitude. It's like, man, it's like we all are given this deck of cards. We don't know what we're flipping every day, but at the end of the day, we have a chance to flip, and that should be important on its own. And that's what people got to understand. We're in the game still. You're 6 feet above, right? And I don't care what
Yeah.
anybody
Hey,
says,
not to
man.
interrupt you, someone in the comments was wondering what you were doing.
I just let them know I'm painting. Trying to anyways. Trying to anyways. Or what am I painting? That's
Yeah, I think that's what he was
that
asking. I don't know how to
that's a
pronounce his name. I don't want to, get it
let me see.
wrong. Aru? Is that how you say it? Aru? Arula? Aru?
Irul. Hey buddy, how you doing? Um, this is a little bit different. This is the same kind of black and white painting as I was doing before, where it all didn't come together at the end. But has more of a meaning to it. This has something close to my heart attached to it. Not just like these other paintings where I was like copying shit. Like here, I'm gonna maybe go for a little tour. Maybe there's people that don't know me. I heard G2 in here. We'll see where G's doing. Let's go for a little tour. So you see some of these paintings here. They're just like copies of other painting or other pictures or photos, and they're okay. They're cool, right? The Joker's there and everything are cool, but they're nothing. There's nothing, no feeling behind it. The Jimi Hendrix, Conor McGregor. You know, there's nothing I could get from it where I'm saying like where I'm getting any extra thoughts out of it. So this is kind of one. painting or a series of paintings. I think I got about 12 lined up that all have a meaning and all are very kind of important. I don't think just to me. I think that the world, and that's kind of always been my thing. I just always felt like I got something to give the world. I've been through so much and I'm so introspective and I just have a hard time kind of expressing myself. And I've always wanted my paintings to do that. Um, and I feel like I finally had some groundbreaking stuff happen the last few nights. Once since we started talking again after my buddy had that issue with my buddy and he didn't want to pay me and he thought like, you know, the program I had wasn't going to work for him because he's used to doing easier stuff for physio and taking his time and when I'm going after the muscle that needs to be worked and going after the areas that he needs to train and making sure that he's staying strong, of course, it's not going to feel good, but I explained it to him. But I should have been better at just letting him know this is a month process. This is today's first day. It's going to be worse tomorrow. It's going to be worse the next day, but it's going to continue to get better. And you're not going to be in physio for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, with this constant shoulder pain that I've went through, that I know other people have went through. And then they come to me, we target the areas, we train those muscles, we do it safely. But yeah, it's going to be harder till it gets better. Anything that's worth it is, especially when we're coming from a setback, right? Especially when we're coming from a setback. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get much of this done today anyways, but I'm just glad I was able to just get started on here. I just got a lot to do today. I got clients coming by soon, but I just, I put this on and you know what? I was pushing the button because I thought I was going to, I don't even know what I was doing. I didn't think I pushed the on to go live button. I thought I was pushing another button or something. And then all of a sudden it was like 3, 2, I guess I'm going live now then. You know what I mean? So I was like, fucking do it. Because if I would have thought about it, I would have probably not done it. If I would have thought about it, I probably wouldn't have done it, right? And I know for me to get out there, for me to help people, they got to see me, they got to hear me, whether they like me or not. I got to be in front of people, right? And I got to get over what people think about me. That's the thing. That's the thing, right? And once we all get to that point, and it's knowing yourself. It's knowing yourself so well. And like I always tell you, being understanding who you are, what you look like from all angles, all perspectives, like that just oneness. You know exactly who you are. That nothing anybody could say will bother you. You could almost laugh it off. You wouldn't take it to heart. Especially somebody that you don't even know, right? Somebody that you know, a loved one or something. Yeah, okay, maybe look at what they're saying and say, okay, objectively, you're correct. I should fix that. But you wouldn't take it to heart. You wouldn't get upset about it. You'd be like, okay, I got to fix that about myself. And you'd go about your day, not thinking about it ever again. But I think most of us get angry and upset because we got egos that we got to deal with, right? We think we're a certain way. We want to be a certain way. And it's just like, man, I've been through so much and I know who I am now, right? It's time to just go and do it. And who cares? That's why I'm like, so look at my shitty arm right here, right? Who cares, right? Maybe I could help somebody train because a lot of people go through nerve damage and shit like that. So I'll be nerve damage trainer, fucking mental health coach, painter, whatever. I'll be me, right? But at the same time, it's just getting over fears and anxieties. And you're not going to be able to do that unless you just do it. Really, you just got to do it. It's, as cliche as it sounds, you just got to do it. There's no secret trick.
Story of that is, be yourself because everybody else is taken. You know what I'm
That's right,
saying?
man. That's right. I love it. I love that saying. But yeah, everybody else is taken. Who are you trying to be? You're going to be best at being yourself. How are you going to know yourself? A lot of people don't even know themselves, right? Because they've always tried to be somebody else. I was that same kid growing up in school. I wanted to be this, that. I didn't want people to know like how skinny I was or this or that. I wore like extra clothes. I wore, I don't know. There's so much shit that I look back now and if I know what I know, if I knew what I know about how I was back in the day, I would have made so many different changes, but I'm glad I didn't because I'm stronger now because of it. You know, I would have never went to get bigger in bodybuilding. I would have went for pure power training and worked on my speed and stayed small and tight because I was better at athletics. I was better at sports. I was better conditioned. But I listened to the fucking people that were, I would say, jealous of me because I was so fast, because I was so quick, because I was doing good in school. But because, you know, oh, look at his skinny ankles, or any one of those topics would have got to me, right? And it was just, nope, fuck that. Like, I'm getting bigger, I'm getting stronger, and then that became my identity, bodybuilder. But and it's not who I was, right? It's just because I allowed a few people get to me who were jealous of me, and their words hurt, and I wasn't able to deal with them. But now I'm on this earth to help others that are going through that because I understand.
Does take a lot of maturity and a lot of growth to be able to get over that. You know, like mind you, we are still humans with with emotions and feelings. So to be able to overcome certain stuff like that is very powerful in its own ways. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
How do you how do you feel about the morning lives versus the evening lives or the late night lives? How you feel about that?
It's funny because I was gonna be like, I'm only gonna paint at night. So I got the painting all fucking mapped out right now, and I'm just gonna do that during the day and then paint at night. And like I said, I was just fucking around on the live. Three, two, one. What? I guess I'm painting in the morning now. So I think I've only done this like once before, but like in the past when I was like kind of on a roll, painting, just painting. But these got more meanings to them. This is kind of what I was looking for, paintings that I'm not just copying something I created, and they they're really really important to me. I didn't even know if I needed to. Yeah, I did. I did need to clean that. But this is gonna be a piece that's gonna be my start for it all.
Hey, you better be practicing too. So when I whoop your tail in basketball, you ain't gonna have no excuses. You know.
Oh, you don't even know what's coming. This white boy is gonna fucking.
uh,
Oh, you don't know. I got.
I'm gonna hit you with the AI cross.
I don't know,
Hit
man.
you with the step three, Ray Allen. Ray Allen shot. Come on now.
Yo, they called me Kyrie before Kyrie was Kyrie. I didn't know why they were calling me Kyrie back then. I didn't know anybody Kyrie, but now I know there's a Kyrie that was born that they all saw in me. Kyrie was named after me. You didn't know that,
Man,
did
they
you?
called me the Claw before I knew who the Claw was. Come on now. What you talking about? What you talking about?
Oh man, Claw don't got handles like Kyrie. One on one.
Nah, I'm honestly like in real life basketball, I'm like a I'm gonna say 7.5.
Well, if your
7.5.
if your fucking
Basic.
avatar wasn't 8 feet tall, might have a might have a chance,
Oh,
right?
we gotta get you with we gotta see how you make yours taller. Like you gotta make yours taller.
I'm just gonna
But
like
now I played smaller on that game I played smaller people and they're like and what they do is like get really big distance from me and then attack the rim when I come up. So it's like it's harder for me to
Oh no,
recover because I'm so
I
big.
got a plan. I got a plan.
Oh, you got
Don't
a
worry
plan?
about
You think
that.
that's
Don't worry
gonna
about
work?
that. I've been learning how to wear stilts. You know what stilts are?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you've been
So
really prepping.
I get started normal, and then once the game gets going, I put the stilts on.
Okay.
All of a
Okay.
sudden, the game thinks I'm jumping in the air and I'm staying in the air, but
Yeah.
I fool the system.
Trick the system, man. That's actually a good idea. And a lot of people done that. Like what they did, they go to the
Actually, I
scaling
was thinking
room.
about just raising the floor, just having like a bunch of chairs that I just make it to each chair or something, or like a bunch of coffee tables. I'll just buy a bunch of cheap coffee tables and just like raise the
Mhm.
floor up, and then all of a sudden I'm 3 feet off the ground.
No, the like that way is cool, but we'll get to it later. But it's called a scaling room. You go to the scaling room, and then you can like stand on the chair, and it will scan you from that height from there and make you that permanently. You know, once you come back to the dorm room,
Yeah,
but
I was thinking about that for the thrill of the fight game. Do you think I could do
hmm
that? Like, when you got to stand on the scale, I just stand on the chair and then I'd be like way taller than the opponent.
yeah,
Is that
it really depends. It really
like when I
depends.
get back off the chair, I'm gonna be like crouched? Like, yeah, that's what I don't know. I'll have to
Yeah,
fight.
we
I'll
talk
have to
about
be.
fight game. Is that separate from the game I'm talking about?
Yeah, thrill of the fight. That's the other game I like on there on
Oh,
VR.
okay,
VR.
okay. Yeah, there's a boxing game on there too.
Yeah,
There is
that's
a
what I'm talking.
boxing game on there.
That's what the boxing game. Yeah, it's a boxing game. Thrill of the fight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the fight. There's another one called the fight where it's pretty funny because you fight a guy. You fight him in. You could do it in the ring, but you could also do it outside the bar, like a bar fight. It's fucking hilarious. And it's just easy to fucking win that game though, because you just go for liver shots. You just line up head, and then liver shot, and then they're always going down, or they're not always going down, but like you take a lot of energy away from them. You do that a few times, they're going down.
That sounds like a fun game. I was thinking about getting some. It's
But
a game called
the fight, honestly, the fight for Quest. I don't know if it's on, if you could get it, but the Quest, it's called the fight, and it's got the best training in out of all the boxing games. Like Thrill of the Fight's got good fighting, like good fighting. I think Creed's okay too for fighting, but the training, like the actual, all the heavy bags, speed bags, fucking. There's a guy that like holds mitts for you. There's like 7 or 8 different training things that you could do, different bags you could hit, all sorts of things. But it's got the best training for a game. So before I go on an actual boxing match, I'll put that game in and just do the training and get warmed up, and then I'll go into a match in another game. But it's got the best training.
there was a game called Mini Pacquiao on PS4 that I was trying to get. I might get it later on,
It's
but I
VR.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's like hmm for sure, for sure.
Man, I've been playing boxing games since fucking, what was that boxing game back in the day? Oh, Floyd Mayweather. Was it Mayweather boxing? No, no, not Mayweather. Who's the other guy? He fought Tyson back in the day when they were both like in their 40s or 50s. Oh man, he used to be the sickest boxer. Can't remember his name now, but he had a sick boxing game for like PS1. I still got it actually. I got it on my Xbox.
Do you are you into like one of those? So I'm very like into like sci-fi slash crime like TV shows. Are you would you any of those points into like because I watch a lot of like investigative, not necessarily like Force 48 or something like that, but some like either through YouTube where they break down certain crimes. For some reason, it it brings a big interest in me because it kind of teaches me a lot through those. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like I got my little interest, but have you like ever been into like any type of crime type of
Yeah,
sci-fi
they're cool.
type TV show?
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool, but I never really was into them. Like I could never say like, oh, like I know I have a lot of friends in like Dexter or like CSI and all that shit, and I like watch every now and then. But I wasn't like, I didn't know the characters. I didn't really like. I wasn't like, oh, that's fucking so cool. I didn't know that about like fingerprints or fucking, you know, fucking sperm on the ceiling, blue, black light. Like I didn't fucking care about that shit.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you that threw me off.
That didn't really fucking bother me too much.
And then what's crazy is you be saying stuff so fast, like
Gotta clip it, man. You gotta clip quick with me. Gotta clip quick.
You hilarious. He gonna say that quick, like I ain't catch that.
Sperm on the ceiling with the black light. No, it's that shit's pretty cool. But no, I've never, honestly, man, I don't really watch TV that much. Like, I'll watch, like, I rarely kind of, if I'm watching TV or doing that a lot, it's probably because I'm not doing that great. And I'm not really watching. I'm thinking about something else as I'm watching the show. I couldn't tell you what just happened 10 minutes ago. You know, that's when I've caught myself watching TV a lot. I'm not actually watching what's on the TV. I'm in a zoned out fucking state. Like I think a lot of people are when they're depressed, they're down and out, and worrying about bills and their wife cheating on them or whatever, they're just zombie modes in front of the TV waiting to work the next day.
Yeah, I
But
definitely get it. So is
I
it
know some
easier?
people could get into it because I know a lot of people that like my brother likes Dexter, he liked Breaking Bad.
Hmm.
I never got into Breaking Bad either, and it's just there's a lot of shows like Sopranos. They love my family loves Sopranos. I was always needed to be doing something. And when I'm not doing something, I'm doing nothing, and
Mm.
I'm not feeling great.
So when
So I
you
was
doing something as a primary task, like say what you're doing is now, is it easier for you to multitask to be able to do what you're doing, or to be only focused on that main task? Like right now, you turn the live off and everything, you focus on that. Is it easier for you to do that than what you're doing now, or is it about the same? Like,
it's hard, but it's something that I got to learn because I'm one of those guys that will do 15 things at once and leave the water running, leave the stove on, fucking go eggs are fucking burnt to shit, like, and I'm like, oh shit, like I'm outside putting away the garbage and I forgot I had eggs going, I forgot the sink was fucking running, and I forgot you know, I fucking screw up the house kind of thing. So I really have to focus, and that was one of my things I had to learn to get to me to a better place. I show you that enlightenment scale, it's all about frequencies, but to get me to that frequency state where I'm actually knowing myself and following myself and hearing myself. And I talked to you a lot about like breathing. It all started with breathing and just kind of like looking like outside my body, looking at myself, keep my mouth closed when I breathe, or not be a mouth open, or not making sure my stomach. Like I remember when I just found out like I wasn't breathing properly because I was doing a lot of chest breathing because of the trauma based childhood. I do a lot of chest breathing, and I breathe. When I breathe out, my stomach would go out when it's supposed to go in, when it's supposed to tighten when you breathe out. But I didn't even know for years I was not breathing correctly. So that's what started me just focusing on little things, and not being like so sporadic and so everywhere. And then, but I do catch myself now still doing three, four things at once and not getting anything done in a time. And then when I stop to say, wow, why am I doing the dishes right now when I got something I'm cooking and I got a couple things I got to take care of? If I just focus on those things, everything gets done easier, quicker, and a lot more like up to standard. Like I'm not picking up mess that I'm doing because it's just one of those things that I really got to focus. So I think this will help ground me. And it's great that I could talk to you and talk to others and stuff like that. But I think this will help. Like, okay, I'm painting now. Like I didn't really plan on painting right now, but like I'm gonna paint right now till I gotta go to work, I gotta get ready or whatever. But um and then tonight, same thing. I'll come on, I'll start painting, and I'll just focus on the painting and then whatever discussions we're having. But at least I know where I'm at and what I'm doing, and like, it's easier for me to watch myself. It's easier for me to build my frequency, get a higher frequency that way, and it's easier for me to kind of start getting in tune with myself, right? Because
yeah.
like I said, it's one of those things where I've been so, I just feel like all the times I get in a depressed state, I lose so much time because I sleep and do nothing, or I feel like I do nothing because I'm not being productive, right? So it's really really been, um, I guess, life changing, man. Just the last kind of couple of years, ever since my surgery, ever since like my my fitness and my health and my body kind of started depleting, and everything I thought I wasn't. And I had to really find myself again because I wasn't this fit, strong, muscular looking dude that, could do anything. I kind of now had to humble myself. Like this arm can't lift barely any weight. This hand can't squeeze much. I'm almost like a victim. If I don't watch myself, I probably can't walk around places like thinking I'm owning the place. And I should have never been like that anyways, but I had that kind of attitude because of my size, because of what I felt like who I was, which I wasn't anyways. But it was God's way of like saying, hey, you're not that guy. Let's take those muscles away right now. Right. Like we talked before, but
No, for sure. And one thing too, like it's doing like the breathing struggles, whatever the case is. There's one thing I did try doing my struggles of breathing, like, and thinking like, okay, all right, why am I doing this? All right, I gotta do this, and it gets kind of overwhelming in like in the thoughts. One thing
Yeah.
you can do and try one day is lay straight, like lay on your back straight, on the floor, kind of like, put your arms and legs together and do
Yeah,
those exercises for there.
like stiff. Yeah, yeah. Lay on
Yeah,
your
and
back.
then do
Yeah,
those, and then I'm telling you, it's one of those I do here and there, like, and it feels relaxing and calm immediately. It kind of snaps me back where I'm at. Like, all right, I'm
yeah,
cool. Just take one little deep. It don't even have to be like what you do regularly. It can just be like a,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
then and then
that's one thing the wife showed me because that's what they do with their pulmonary rehab patients. With her clinic, right? She gets them to lay on their back, and they have a hard time breathing to begin with, but they are really trauma chest breathers because they have a shortness of breath to begin with. So they're always kind of they gotta have quick breaths. But she lays them down on a hard surface like a ground, not a bed, but like a ground, and then she gets something light, but something that's light but kind of that you can still see out of the corner of your eye. So like they use a Kleenex box, they'll put it on each one of their stomachs and they'll have them, you know, do what I was telling you about, like breathe out and it should go down. They should barely be able to see the box. It should go out of their sight. And then breathe in, they should start seeing the box go up. And then that's how and then it kind of relaxes them. It's kind of like that box. They call it box breathing and they're doing the Kleenex box, but it's not really supposed to be like that. But it's like they're doing the breathing techniques, right? So it's really good. Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
hey, don't ever be afraid to bother me. You know that already. I be telling you, don't ever be afraid to bother me. You bother me any time of the day. And
Oh no, I
you
know
look
that.
like,
I know. I
huh?
would have. I know. If I knew that I was going to be going live at this time,
Oh, okay, I know.
I would
Okay,
have
okay,
definitely,
okay.
I would have definitely phoned you or messaged you, be like, "Yo, I'm going live." But like I said, I
Oh,
was
okay, I
fucking
hear
around.
you.
I was fucking around, and then three,
Yeah.
2, 1, I knew that. And I was just looking for your name. Your name didn't show up, right? So hopefully your name shows up right away. Because when it goes
Yeah.
for, where it says guess, it didn't have
Yeah.
it didn't have your name on there, and I didn't know how to choose different names,
Nah,
right?
I understand. Nah, you good. You look like Kratos right now. I wish I had a picture.
What is it?
I said you like Kratos right now. I wish I had a picture.
Oh, I wish I should do that
No,
tonight.
you no
I
you.
should I should do that.
I'm gonna show you later.
I should do that.
That
Do that
beard,
for.
you know.
I know I love this fucking thing. I'm not doing the
Nah,
norm.
you should let it grow
I'm
out
not
like
doing the
that.
normal beard. I'm not doing the normal beard no more, man. I'm not doing the down and fucking chisel the jaw out like fucking what's his name? Like all these guys. I'm not chiseling no jaw. I want it out and puffy. And the reason I'm doing
Hey,
that is to
somebody
push.
said they asked they didn't want to join. Then somebody he said a nice beard. I don't know how to say your pronounce your name. Uh,
Maddie.
I'm bad. I'm bad at pronouncing
Maddie,
names.
thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is my bad boy. I love it. It's taking me. I don't know why I didn't grow a beard. Well, I guess because I was in the military and I thought like I had to be clean shaven and
Mm.
couldn't really do anything. But yeah, I just fucking I love it now. So I'm just gonna keep
How's your day
sticking to it.
going, Maddie? Or if I'm saying that right, how's your day going? What's up?
Hope you're doing good, Maddie. Thanks for joining us. But I'll be on tonight. What time you want to do it? Let's go. I don't know where you guys are at,
We,
right? I don't know where everybody is right now, but here where I'm at, just so you can synchronize. Let me see where the time's at.
Maddie, you can ask him for it's up to him.
Okay,
Oh
so
my,
in Fort McMurray, it's 8:13 a.m. I plan on going on tonight no later than 11. I'd like to be on around 10,
11.
10:30. I'd like to be on around 10:30. I don't want to be because I got early morning tomorrow. Um, and I want to do a few hours of painting. Like I want to get this done tonight, at least most of it done, because I know a lot of the other lives I did when I finished the painting, it wasn't actually done, but on the camera you couldn't tell any different. Like that black looks as black
Mm.
as it's gonna look, even if I like it's not. I got to still go over it like 2 or 3 more times in some spots in those black areas. But like as long as I get everything like that, you'll be able to see what this painting's all about, and that's all I want to do is get these areas
Yeah.
done, and I can do that tonight in like a couple hours. So 10:30 tonight.
Yo, Maddie, you gonna be here later tonight? Let me know. Let me
And
know
we do the
something. But he
unveiling,
at huh?
and we do the unveiling of the new style, the series. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. This was kind of impromptu. Neelion, appreciate you, man. Love you. We'll talk later,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. Love you
See you,
too,
Maddie.
man.
See you, everybody. Thanks, guys.